This computer. Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Rob. Remember, subscribe to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Right here, my co-host, Rod. What up, Rod?
What up?
This episode 319. So we jump right into it. Um, the LaMelo trade and Giannis trade right before the NBA draft. Obviously that was definitely we all knew about the potential Giannis trade. But the LaMelo definitely came from the blind side. Uh,
Hmm.
Early morning trade, to start your day off is pretty interesting. I guess we start off with Giannis. We all knew he'd been wanting to go to Miami for a while now, and that finally came into fruition. But my take from that was, with Giannis, you're going to need a lot of floor spacers. Due to him like to attack the basket a lot, and still has that questionable jump shot. Obviously, he's solid mid range, but he can't really knock down the three ball as consistently as we still hope him to, as we've seen Brown progress to do. But I really think, I know this is contrary to how people would think, but I really thought they probably looked at moving Bam because obviously Bam's a great player, but now you got two bigs on the team with not enough floor spacers, shooters, which with Giannis, that's what you need to have in order for him to flourish and the team to flourish. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts?
So I don't know if the Heat did it on purpose or if they're aware, but they're betting very big on what is this guy named? Davon, their point guard.
Davion
Um
Mitchell?
Davion Mitchell, yep. He had some flashes last year, a couple 17-point 10 assist games. So he can be a floor general at times. I just don't know if he is the cornerstone point guard for the franchise because yeah, I probably would have kept Bam in the trade and staggered their minutes. But Miami got rid of a big ball handler, pause, and Tyler Hero. Uh, so
Wow, so
right from a guard standpoint, they got Davion Mitchell, who is probably the only one who can distribute the ball, and they got Norman Powell, who can handle the ball for sure, but he's looking to score. So I don't know. That lineup gonna be fun, but who knows who's gonna be the point guard when Davion's not on the floor.
I mean, we can always look into free agency. But yeah, I feel as though even though with Tyler Hero, with all the injuries we know that he's been accustomed to, I just feel like they lost a great shooter with him that would have worked very well with Giannis. Obviously, we knew they had to part ways with Ware because they wanted those young guys to rebuild Milwaukee, and then with Jaime Jaquez, solid player from UCLA, that's with Miami. So that made sense. But also, and here's the other thing. Now you got what, three, four solid bigs now. You get Bobby Portis out of that trade too, and it's like, how many bigs do you need?
Oh, that's your bench specialist right there and your floor spacer. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
would if I was
but
Miami, I would have a lot of lineups where Portis is in, and but one of those two big men are out. You're gonna have to stagger their minutes for sure.
yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does, in free agency because I feel as though that you're going to need a lot of floor spacers, so you need to go to find those shooters that you can possibly get or try to get them in trades.
They should have tried to do the LaMelo Ball trade, but hey,
Now they should have probably went after Isaiah Joe, when he got shipped over to Detroit.
I mean, he a floor spacer, but he ain't gonna be handling the ball.
No, that's what I mean. I'm looking at it from a sole floor spacer perspective.
I'm surprised. I was surprised that OKC did that trade. He was a hell of a bench piece.
I thought it was good. Once I saw Jared McCain go over there, I feel like the writing, especially how he played in them in some of those crucial games they were in. I feel like the writing was on the wall for him to be traded, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
they gonna make a move. They got a lot of picks again, getting rid of Aaron Wiggins and now Isaiah Joe.
Yeah.
So watch out for them. But good trade for the Heat. I think Milwaukee came out with a lot too. They're a team full of like strong role players now. So we'll see how that comes together. They don't have any like superstars, but they don't have anybody who you would say can't start for a lot of different teams.
You said who? Yeah.
So they don't have a superstar in Milwaukee right now, but they got a lot of guys who can start for any team.
Well, we're gonna see how that works out. Because I know they said they weren't going to trade Miles Turner. I was always taking it with a grain of salt when the team says we are not going to trade this player. I'd be like, interesting,
At least not today, right?
right?
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens there with that. But let's jump to the LaMelo trade, which definitely came out of the left field because earlier prior to that trade, which I was a little bit confused about, you go and sign IU to that massive deal, and you thinking that's going to be the 1-2 punch for him and Ant, uh, and then you go get LaMelo. So I was kind of like really surprised by that. Like, so you get LaMelo, but then you get Io, my bad, in the massive deal, which he had a good season when he got to Minnesota. But are you going to run like a kind of like a Villanova set offense with three guards? Well, obviously,
Yeah.
we did four guards, but like now it's like three guards, and it's like obviously,
Yeah.
small ball is becoming a thing now in the NBA, where now this is really a guard league, and the big man has become, a dying breed. Well, traditional big man is a dying breed. Um, but well, I'm curious to see how that works. I mean, you lose Nas Reed, which is $6 million a year, uh,
Hmm.
which I thought was a big loss for them because he needed a solid big come off the bench. But you get a player like LaMelo. Now, the key we always knew with LaMelo was can he stay healthy? So the jury's still out on that one. But if he can stay healthy, this could be a great trade if they have that 1-2 punch now to because we always see Minnesota as a team that was on the cusp of taking over the West, but now this move could potentially uh, put them in the talks of San Antonio or Oklahoma City. Where now I have to say they're the third team that could be a contender to come out of the West, in my opinion.
Yeah. Imagine if they still had Cat and they pulled that trade off. I mean, I don't understand the trade a little bit.
Yeah, because you
It's
just
great.
lost Julius Randle too, and it's like now you have literally no bigs,
Yeah,
in
like
my
no
opinion.
power forwards, no power forwards at all. So I love the idea of pairing Ant and Lamelo together. I mean they're friends going back a lot of years. Two totally different personalities for sure, but they might balance each other out a little bit.
Yeah,
But what confuses me is like I saw a lot of graphics online where like, oh, they think Io is gonna play the three, Jaden's gonna play the four. Both of those guys are too small. I think Io is 6'3". He's not playing anybody's three. Um, and then Jaden McDaniels is very small. Like he will get eaten alive by a lot of the big men that he'll ultimately face. So I think they got to do something else. They need a serviceable big man to put
you
next
know
to
they can.
Gobert.
Yeah, you know what they can get probably. I don't
Who?
know how much it would cost them, but probably get like a John Collins.
I'm not that sold on John Collins anymore either, though. I don't
John
know.
Collins better than a lot of big men league, even though that he's not talked about enough, but he's solid.
I mean, Lamelo can throw him a oop, but I feel like you need like Nas Reed is probably the person you need, like somebody who is the offense that makes up for the fact that Rudy Gobert is out there for the defense.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. I mean, maybe go get. Well, I don't know how they do this. To go get Laurie now after you just make that trade, but you know who else is out there? What's the guy's name? I don't like Tobias Harris. If Detroit is unable to afford him after his year, he always plays great during a contract year, but that could work. You
mhm.
put him at the four.
And have Jaden still play the three, and Rudy
Yeah,
just out there for defense. And then it's like, who's on your bench? I guess you put Io on the bench.
yeah, but I mean, what do you got over what 140 mil?
I mean, all because
You
he
really?
dropped all because he dropped 43 off the bench that one time.
I guess before, 149 for a bench player is kind of insane to me.
I mean,
But
there's no room for him to start. He is a combo guard.
yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's why I was saying again, like this move was like okay, so y'all made this move, but then you still, well, I think it was 112, but you still, even then, still, I mean, I guess you can work with that off the bench. 112, 5 years,
Mhm.
not too bad, but
Especially because he can back up both guard spots.
yeah. So
So
we'll
what?
see. Yeah, I mean, so that's the plus for them. And now they got to find a big to replace Nas and Joyce. Now, like you got to find a backup big and a starting.
Yeah, I don't know why you would go get
Four.
smaller after losing to San Antonio, but they did what they did. I think this trade will help LaMelo stay healthier because you don't have to handle the ball as much as you used to.
Hmm.
Um, Very confused on the Charlotte end. I know that LaMelo, his style of basketball isn't seen as like winning, but they had took a leap this year, and they were probably going to take another leap next year. Um, yeah, I don't know
Maybe
why they
won't.
did that.
Charlotte said, "You know what? We need to go get. I mean, you got Kobe White over there, so maybe they said we're done with the Lamelo, the driving theatrics. And somebody said all Minnesota drivers are scared right now.
Speaking of Io and Kobe White, what's in the Chicago water for the guards? Because Kobe White was ass in Chicago, and Io was also an afterthought in Chicago. And now look at
He
him.
had a, no, he had this year. He was solid. That's why they got that trade value. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think it's not even the guards. It's what's with the Chicago Bulls system.
It ain't working because they all suck. It seems like they got rid of Vooch. The rest of those
Well,
guys,
I
I
can't
ain't
say
really
nothing about that because
impressed.
we were the first ones to get rid of him, which is stupid.
Oh yeah, your beloved Sixers. I mean, he
But
wasn't really nobody yet at that
no,
time.
bro, but I seen like the potential even in that series. Who we had playing that series? Was it Boston?
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, this kid's gonna be good. And we got rid of him. I said, and then he when I took off when he was at Orlando.
Orlando, yep. And then was still a dog in Chicago, but he was mid in Boston, so I don't know.
I don't think he fit that system because he's a down low big, and he was like typically like at least top two option. He wasn't gonna be top two option there. You might not have been fourth because I say one was Tatum, two was Brown. You can interchangeable any day. Three was Derek White, and then you go Vucevic.
Yeah, I don't know. Boston doing some weird stuff right now too. Because why would you ever trade Jalen Brown, or why would you even think about it? But
It's probably clearly it's got to be some tension. Well, I'm not going to speculate, but it could potentially be some tension in that locker room between who's the alpha dog in that locker room.
I mean, they've been dealing with it for what, close to 10 years now. They should be used to it at this point. Um,
Yeah,
but
but
yeah,
after a while, we seen a Kobe and Shaq formality.
yeah. Recently, we heard John Wall and Brad Bill wasn't the best of friends during their time. That makes sense with how they underperformed. So,
Yeah, I can see it. He probably like, dang, you always injured. Dang, you always dancing after you do something.
yeah. So I don't know. It's crazy because ain't no way that I'm a Finals MVP, a champion, and I'm trying to get out of there. Like I'm gonna chill out and just keep showing the world that like JT my dog, but I'm just a little bit better.
Right. It's like it's ego in the air, man. And then also, you don't know people in the air is like, oh, you can go here and then get more money or get like more points to get get that even more bigger mega deal. So it's always people in your ears. But I guess we can talk about your the Ennis fight. Was it 7 round TKO?
Seven round TKO. Yep. And I called it too. I texted one of my homeboys. I was like, "Yeah, I got boots in seven." Um,
Well, you
Xander
played that
Zayas.
parlay, my boy.
Xander Zayas is a great fighter. He was 23 though, or he is 23. Um, Boots is 28, soon to be 29. Literally, Boots is in his prime while this kid is still a kid. It was a bad idea on his handlers to put him in the ring. But he did show us that like they're the same fighter, just years apart. Um, Zayas is going to be really good, but Boots dominated. Dropped him in the first round. Um, Beat him up some more in the second round. The third round is where Zayas showed us he really is a dog. He hurt Boots in the third round a couple of times. But then Boots just kind of took over from there, dominated the fourth. I think dropped him again in the fifth, and then it was over in the seventh. But
So you gotta let them know, like, hey, your time coming, but my time is now.
yeah, I'm trying to see Boots versus Sebastian Fundora. For those who don't follow boxing, Sebastian is so each weight class has four major titles. Boots currently has two now with the win yesterday. Sebastian Fundora has one, and then a guy named Josh Kelly has another. I want to see Boots Fundora because Fundora's thing is that he's like super tall. Boots might be 5'11". Fundora got to be at least 6'8". So that's gonna be something interesting to see him navigate.
Okay, that's good. I know that's boxing is definitely your thing, brothers. But yeah, sound like a good fight. Yeah, want to add anything else before we get off?
Just another weekly prediction of dominating the WNBA fantasy league. That's all. You know, shout out to everybody who came to take second place.
Why you speaking about yourself in third person? That's crazy.
Oh, this championship is as good as mine. I got such a well balanced roster. I don't think
I
I
need to
have.
get one. I need to drop one of these guards for a big, but everybody wants to be stingy.
I had that problem, and then I just worked the waivers. Now I got a good balance. I could have had Victoria Burton on top of it, but
Bro, can I tell people the trade that you tried to make yesterday for Veronica Burton?
yeah, Nelissa Smith and Pauline Steer, 39 points per game between them for Veronica Burton scoring 24 a game. I ain't do nothing crazy.
Bro, you tried to give two Cobb salads for Ruth Chris meal.
No, Victoria Burton was a Ruth Chris Mill last year, but now she does Ruth Chris Mill that we left out overnight. She done fell off a little bit.
Keep
I
telling
was just
yourself that.
I was just getting a 4 point per game increase over my worst player. That's all, and trying to
Yeah,
save a roster spot because I had too many on the team.
that's a
Don't,
fair point.
don't worry,
But
I
all right,
keep
man.
I keep working. And tell Rashawn some big fee over here since she's gonna be out till July now.
He said she come back, he gonna make their playoff run. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't want to be a 3 seed to see him though if his team was fully healthy.
I ain't got to worry about that. I will be having a bye week, so he is dangerous. Like he like how Candace team in the men's league
Well,
was last
what are you
year.
5-2?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
How you gonna have a bye week and you don't even lead your division?
I mean, I'll be. It'll be 3-5-2 teams and a 7-0 team. I'll
Yeah,
catch y'all.
but I'm in my division, and then isn't Bitcoin JJ in your division?
Yeah, I'll catch who I gotta catch. Don't you worry. Bitcoin JJ team not that good. He just uses ads every week.
I'm glad you got this on record.
Yeah. And he ain't faced the hard part of his schedule yet. Like he got some
Ron,
losses.
you're not even top two in your own division.
I'm fourth overall right now because well finally somebody did something right to make it win loss tiebreakers instead of points. But the first time that happened in however many leagues,
We
uh
throwing subtle shots. Okay,
yeah, no, I mean
interesting.
no, it's not just you. It's been I want to say over the last like 20 leagues across four different sports, they've been doing point tiebreakers, and I'm just like, why do people do that? That's not what we used to do. So now you brought it back to the good old school. But it's biting me in the behind because I think I am the highest scoring team.
But here's the thing: the bull that you got to catch, he's 5-2 now. Going to be 5-2.
They'll lose eventually. They'll lose,
Wishful thinking, my brother.
and I might play them again. So I don't know. Either way, I ain't gonna end up the 3 seed. And
You
Rashawn
are going
probably
to end up the 3 seed because JJ is what 2 games ahead of everybody.
his team whack though.
Okay, whack it on in your opinion, but he's undefeated.
Yeah, it
So he would
happens.
have to lose twice. And do you even play him?
I played him already. He beat me by like 30 or something. I didn't want to tear my team up. That's why.
Yeah. Alrighty. It's crazy. I don't even play him this season. I play you twice, which makes no sense to me. Um,
So yeah, I'll have a better record than you by
bro,
virtue of that.
he got listen to his schedule the last few weeks. He has this week he's playing Theo. He got to play Theo again the next to last week. He has Shalise twice on his schedule. He has Candace once, and then he has Tyrone. He might go undefeated for the season.
He might go undefeated for the regular season unless Tyrone do something, but we're gonna see.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lose
Hey,
any more
we didn't
games.
see the team. We didn't see the team in fantasy football go undefeated and run the table, and they go win that too. So let's see if he's up for the buck.
Yeah, no, that's not happening again. Not on my watch.
Mm. Wishful thinking, my brother. Like I said before, your optimism never ceases to amaze me.
You gotta do a deep dive on these teams. I got the best team by far.
Let me know if you're trying to make a trade. I need
Yeah,
a big for a guard.
a big for a guard. All right, I see what I could do.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.